Hi, this is Marcus Jones, and today I will be playing Dyson Sphere Program, a game that has pretty much been the reason why it's hard for me to get any work done. I've had it for, I think, less than 2 weeks, and I've already have 75 hours in this game, and while I don't say I'm experienced, I do at least have a vague idea of what I'm doing. So today I will be starting a new game. Now, for this one, I'm using a specific seed from the from Steam that I found. So 9591210. Okay. Because on the Steam page I found it, it said it could be a very good system. So I see how it goes. Now we have the intro.
Welcome to the actual universe. You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission. Everything here is yours. As one of Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere Program, you will explore this cluster step by step. By using the resources here to construct the Dyson Sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development. Now please drive the space capsule to the planet.
I still don't know why they give you control of the spaceship during this segment, because, like, even here it seems pointless, but it might be a more... and I don't think it's actually that necessary in, say, a different map, but this actually looks like a pretty good...
Now you are about to reach the designated planet.
Yeah, as I was saying, this is actually seems like a pretty good starting system. They weren't lying on the page.
This is Icarus, a lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality. You can use the arrow keys or right-click on the destination to control its movement. In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to travel beyond the stars and create miracles.
I'm not going to pay much attention to the tutorial, but I'll
now try to
still...
recycle the space capsule. Right-click on it to recycle.
I'll probably still be quiet when he's talking. By the way,
you can use the same operation to collect resources, such as trees, gravel, etc. In the meantime, hold down Shift and right-click to give a series of commands. You receive several items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen to open the cabin to view them.
Okay. As I was saying, I was actually planning on doing this Let's Play yesterday, but I kind of felt that the video turned out poorly, which, to be completely honest, might have been a good thing, because...
You can hold down mouse middle button drag to rotate the angle of view, or slide the mouse...
Yeah, which might have been a good thing, because they actually released a bit of a patch today that basically fixed a few things and added, like, auto upgrade and stuff, so that's pretty good, cool. Now I just gotta get research done. Yeah, so initially you're just gonna have to produce stuff by hand, but it eventually gets to the point, so just trying to figure out where I'm. Okay, so the equator should be about here, and why I want to be there is going to be important later, but I'll explain that when it becomes apparent. Okay.
You have created a mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation. Pick it up from the inventory, or select it on Gathering of Construction menu to build it.
Just trying to find. Okay,
You can use the R key to rotate the mining machine.
Pretty sure I should decide.
One of your product.
Okay, we can skip those.
Wind turbine. You have established your first power grid. Not all power facilities has its power supply area. Use the Tesla Tower to extend the area of the power grid.
Just got that for a moment. So,
You have done building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower.
let's see.
It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid. Click on it to view the current power grid information.
Don't have enough iron, so initially you're just going to have to do things by hand for.
Energy is required in all mecha activities.
To be it's not
If it
that
is
long,
depleted,
but still.
the activities will be restricted. You
Let's see. You are going to need fuel, but you're given a bit of starting stuff, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle early on. I think so. Make 10, and let's make some more wind turbines, because I'm definitely going to need them. Yeah. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this let's play was because I kind of got stuck on my old world, and I felt like a fresh start should be useful. Though it will take a bit of time getting used to how slow things are, because I got pretty far. Also, I'm trying to find. There's a star named Rockpats that I was trying to find. Probably not possible. And okay, that's good. Okay, we have a bit of resources for now, but we're probably going to need to expand soon. Also, I should probably. Okay, that's what you quit. Okay. If I remember correctly, let's see there. I can always replace them. I'll probably have to replace the wind times later, but basically I'm just setting up a bit of a power band that basically generates power. Basically, around the equator, you build some wind turbines and solar panels just to produce power. Wait, better get. Let's see. And. So, Initially, you're just going to get the basics. Probably should queue up everything as well, to save some time. Okay. For this video, I'll probably just get like the basic setup and then I'll finish the video.
You have received the sorter and the conveyor belt, which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up ores from the mining machine, and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt. When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do...
Yeah. The basic mechanics should be familiar to anyone who's sort of played, I think, a few simulation games, but now we need to should also get some more belts. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of lucky that I'm starting it today. Actually, I think I already mentioned that. Okay, it seems like we have some decent sources of copper and iron relatively close by, so that's kind of useful. So these small ones, basically just there to help you get started. Okay. Actually, yeah, I should probably get the oh, well, I get these components done, so... Already open. And like so. Okay, so we need 30. Okay, so it shouldn't take long, and just in the early game, I like to collect these trees and plants just to get some fuel. You also get these organic crystals, but you should probably save them until you actually need them, because they're useful for research, one of the later researches. Probably for my... probably build some more of these as well. Now, you know which text to research, because basically, if it has like something like these matrices, like these blue cubes, you probably won't be able to research them until you unlock the electromagnetic matrix tech. So, but all of the actual text you'll need will be in these ones, like magnetic coils and chips. I don't get why they don't start with that research, like in universe, because humanity is pretty advanced.
You built a storage, which can be used to store cargo. You can manually store or use the sorter to automatically stock the cargo.
Very basic technologies, I feel, just to get started. Actually, I'm still trying to figure out where I should actually... Just... let's see... Didn't realize I made a mistake with the with what I actually need to produce, so anyway, I'll just get rid of these tutorials. And now we're doing the research, so once I get this tech, I'll show you a bit of a setup I like to use. Okay, so it's a very simple setup that I to do. So first you build a couple of storage boxes, and I'll just fill in the rest of these just to, you know, get for completion purposes. And okay, then like the main bit, then you put a belt like this out for like raw resources. Now, with smelters, you just plop them down.
You built a smelter, which can smelt basic materials, such as iron ingots and copper ingots automatically.
And
you have a building without recipe set. Please set the recipe you want. After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe, and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
Okay. iron, magnets, and...
After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe,
Now,
and the greater than
the next
key
part...
to paste the next building that needs to set this.
Now, for the next part, there's a trick that I learned from Skystorm, where basically you sort of set up a belt like so. Then you press, actually start it, then about 2 places from the main belt, you press up, and so normally you'd have to build a full bridge, but with this trick, and now you can have a half-height bridge, which is going to be very useful because you can build over the top of it. We need to build some more belts as well. Might as well put the copper in storage.
The sorter is a transportation connector of cargoes between facilities. It will automatically transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged. And we don't seem to have any power issues so far. Now, with the sorters you can... I usually like to on the belts, just... You can now click the planet thumbnail button in the lower left corner of the screen, or press the M key to try the planet view mode.
I should probably put sorters on as well. And we've hit the limit. Yeah. Funny enough, I typically have the raw materials spell to be the one that's jumping over, but I guess for simplicity's sake, I just decided to do it this way. Okay, we have quite a bit of energy demand. you're gonna need plenty of belts. Yeah, I might as well fall in the rest of the way. I need to move that. Okay, that should be good enough. Now, for actually come to think of it, yeah, I'll get the basic research set up. So. See, the first thing I'm probably going to set up is a belt factory. Sorry, the recording counter was in the way. Yeah, this is probably going to take a while, so I'll probably edit this bit out. Actually, that might not be possible from this computer. Anyway. Yeah. This game can actually be very addictive, like I mentioned, because some days I just do nothing but play this game, which does really impact my writing, but I will eventually expand this, but for now I'm just gonna focus on stuff like one thing I think this game needs is a quick pickup, because you can't really pick up items from the belts unless there's yeah, you need to put them in storage first, which can be annoying. At least you can pick them up if. So if these assemblers, I'm probably going to start work on the, yeah, just set up something to quickly produce belts. By the way, pro tip, when you're when you're producing something like belts or another type of building, you might want to just reduce the capacity for automation to say 5, because while you do get upgrades for the inventory, they do take a while to research. Components. Now, an important thing to remember with these sorters is that the distance they reach over does affect the capacity. Like, say this has been reduced to 0.5 items a trip, whereas this one has 1.5 items a trip. Yeah, I might change that. Oh, what does it take? probably move this
Matrix Lab. You can use it.
Yeah, with these labs you can just use them to research instead of just manual stuff. But this one's pretty simple to produce, so... So I think I should have, like, one more research lab. And it's gonna be cool. Like, you need to have at least 2 research labs. One to produce the matrices, and the other to actually use them to research. And I might reduce that a bit further. Wait, I wasn't spreading them that way. Fuck. Yeah. Still kind of weird having to adjust to the early game mech, seeing as, like, mine was, like, really upgrading, so I don't, even without the ability to go to space, you could still walk pretty fast and have plenty of construction drones and stuff like that. Oops. Let's... Shit, need more items. I'm gonna get a factory working on that next. This one will produce computer chips, and this one will produce magnetic coils. One thing these storage things allows you to do is that it holds a bit of a buffer just in case this doesn't produce enough, though it'll usually start slowing down by the time that needs to be affected, so maybe it's nice to have. producing matrices, how this is producing research. Okay, now we've got that set up, and we need to build more fucking power, so... Eternal cycle. By the way, if you build over the like plants and stuff, it will demolish them, so and you won't get any resources. Which, by the time that becomes a problem, you probably won't need them. Where did we get the... I don't know where we got the oil from. Probably some of the rocks, but... Chafing. By the way, quick tip, use the, like in the small, like, R keys next to the M, just use the, F key to copy a recipe and right to paste it. Keeps things simple. Yeah. To be honest, it's actually going to be fun to tear this down when it becomes obsolete. Like, what I kind of want to do is... I'm searching it. Like, as I was saying, what I kind of want to do is... this idea to... yeah, like, build massive factories on this planet and then go up to another one. And there's the other moon. There's the third one, somewhere nearby. But, nah, I'll worry about that later. But anyway, I'm gonna call it for this episode because it is quite long. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do have some things to criticize, please let me know, because I'm always looking to improve. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.